Hello, my lovelies. How are you? Lovely to see you again. Well, I did a wonderful video for you yesterday. It was lovely, it really was. Got home, tried to upload it, to find it was just a photo. I hadn't pressed record, so I felt right, Gert Lummox I did, a Gert Lummox. So we're going to try again today. Energy slightly different, but it's still, it's a bit warmer than yesterday, but the energy's still good. It still feels nice and buzzy, and yeah, got a good feeling to it. So I found a little stone yesterday on the beach, a pebble on the beach, and it was heart-shaped. There's no way I'm going to find it again because I lost it when I moved. So, but anyway, it was heart-shaped and it had a few little dimples in it. And I was talking about how we can carry heartache and heartbreak in our lives, and some people for a lifetime. So if they've been wounded emotionally, there's some of us which cannot move forward, can't contemplate the healing work that needs to be done, and some of this heartache can be brought over from other lifetimes. So you could be carrying double, triple, quadruple wounds to the old ticker. So the energy around us at the moment is tapping into that love vibration, and how sometimes it's nothing to do with the other person who's left us or departed or done us wrong. It's more to do with how we've hung on to that energy and the scars that remain from it. So I'm working myself with some of this energy, and lots of things have surfaced for me as to, oh, I haven't dealt with that one, have I? Oh, I don't really want to look at that one. And one thing that has come up for me is to do with people that are no longer in my life, but who are still very much in my heart, who I may never set eyes on again in the physical. However, I've been working on contacting them in my dream state, or my sleep state, and it seems to be one of the best ways of healing an old wound, because it's using unconditional love and the assistance of my higher self and my galactic family. So I'm going to take you down onto the beach. I've got Diddy with me again. Oh, the sun's coming out, it's lovely. So here's little Diddy again. She does not like the pebbles, so she tries to walk on all of the duck boards leading along from all of the beach huts. But we'll see, she'll probably follow. Come on then, let's go. So that's the view today. What I call God's spotlight. Yeah. Just beautiful light coming through the clouds. Yeah, so this little exercise I've been doing in my dream state, my sleep state. There is a person in my life, or was, who when he was 4 years old came in from playing in the garden, and he said to his mum, "Mummy, I've just been having a word with God, and he says I am his honoured servant. What does that mean?" So his mother looked astonished and phoned up the school and said, "What have you been teaching my son?" And the reply was, "Well, he's obviously got a very strong connection with source energy, hasn't he?" And so it sort of went from there, that this amazing little boy came out with these extraordinary words from time to time. Wise, wise old soul. Very funny. He's got a lovely way of putting things, and that makes people's defences go down. because it is so delightful and funny. Anyway, haven't seen this beautiful boy for 14 years. No contact at all. And as I said, unlikely that there will be. But you know, you never know. You never know what's going to show up. So, when I did know him from birth, there was this extraordinary connection between us. And so I've, over these intervening years, attempted to keep that connection going. Because when he pops into my head, I say, how you doing? Are you alright? Do you need some help? And because of this gift, which was present at that time, I feel it might have been buried, it might have been switched off, or possibly he has not been fully activated with it. But I have the sense that I could be a guide, a mentor in the sleep state, and vice versa. He could also be guide and mentor to me on some level. So I know we have a soul connection, maybe a soul contract through many lifetimes. And so this brings me great comfort in that even though I may never see him physically again, I can still have a positive influence on him. So always it is done with setting protocol in place and with a pure intention, heart-based intention, to help and assist him in this lifetime if I possibly can. So I know for myself when I've had weird dreams, what on earth does that mean? And awakened dreams especially. And I think, crikey, what on earth does that mean? It's really convoluted, and on the surface doesn't make sense at all. But I've kept a dream journal for years, and looking back on things, you get, those aha moments. You think, now I know why that what that came into my vision. And with all of this malarkey going on the planet for the last couple of years, I've felt that this boy, and probably many more like him, really need the help of crazy old ladies like me, on some level. So if he has dreams and or visions, hopefully he'll recognise, maybe not me and who I was or is or am to him, but is grateful for the connection in some shape or form. So if he doesn't recognise me, he may, as who we were to each other in that existence, he may recognise me as a spirit guide, and or just some character who shows up in his dreams. So I'm telling you this story because through this weird malarkey stuff, we have disconnected from loved ones, we have lost friends, family. Maybe they've passed away, but also maybe we've just disconnected because of our way of thinking not matching up with their way of thinking. And so I'm offering this tale to say, don't give up hope, because there is a way of connecting and contacting those loved ones that's very powerful. And we're not trying to influence them over to our way of thinking, but just without the ego, without that fear-based ego, and also the emotional connection. If you come from an egoic stance, that I want to change him, I want him to show up again, I want this, I want that, that is not serving the collective. It's controlling and not a good place to be. So because I have a great love for this boy, which I think will never fade, I have to come from a loving perspective, heart-based, that if I can be of any help and assistance to him on whatever level is appropriate in his lifetime, and even when I pop my clogs, hopefully I can still be of service to him. So if there are folks like that in your life that you've lost touch with, and it doesn't matter for what reason, just know that there is a way of being with them that can bring you both comfort. So when our loved ones have departed, they can still contact us, and it doesn't always have to be through a medium. You may find that a song comes on the radio and that brings a memory flooding back, or a specific scent of a flower, or a cigar smoke, or cut grass, or your favourite meal cooking, and that's just them showing up again in some shape or form. And then when you work with that energy, you can have a full-blown conversation with them. It's just like they're in the room next door. You can't see them, but you might be able to see them. So I know when my dad popped his clogs, he showed up in a dream, not too long afterwards, and he was dressed in a tuxedo, black patent shoes and a dicky bow, and he looked splendid. He looked absolutely splendid. He was probably mid-50s. And I said to him, "But you died, we buried you." We cremated him, then buried him. And he said, "Yeah, but I'm still here, look, this is my essence, I'm still around." So that was confirmation for me that yes, his physical body had gone, but his spirit's still there. And then when my grandmother passed away, and she was a bit of a, not a bit of a, she was an amazing little lady who attempted all sorts of things in her lifetime. So shortly after her funeral, I was at home, woke up one morning to find along my dressing table I had a little lacy runner, and it was askew, and her photograph was askew, and the top drawer of my dressing table was open, and my knickers were spilling out over the side of the drawer. I said to my mum, "Have you been in my room while I was asleep?" She said, "No, dear." And I said, "Well, come and look at this." She said, "Oh, it's Mother, it's Nanny. She's just saying she's fine, she's okay," and having a bit of a giggle by throwing your undies around. And other things from her have appeared since. So another example is I kept seeing a photograph in my head that I'd taken at my sister's 21st birthday. And my mother's seated in an armchair, my grandmother standing behind her with her hands on her shoulders, laughing her socks off. And this photograph would not leave me, it just kept showing up in my head. And I thought, right, so I phoned my mother and I said, "Is everything all right?" She said, "Oh no," she said, "your stepfather's just had a very bad fall and really hurt his head." So I think that was my grandmother saying, give them a call, something's not right. And lots of things like that show up in my life. So we always have that connection with them, even though they're not in their physical bodies anymore. But for those that are in their physical bodies, and as I say, there's this way of being connected to them still. Now, if there's been a disharmony, upset, fight, or worse between you, this can be a way of healing that rift, that unforgiveness. So it can be used to mend things, to heal things on lots and lots of different levels. So I thought I'd share that little story with you, give you a little hint or a tip to help you through any emotional difficulties you might be having, especially as we're coming into Christmas time and holiday time on the planet, and we're missing each other. I always get out the birthday cards, the Christmas cards people have sent me who have departed, and put them out just to remind me that the messages they put in them at that time were loving, and that helps me to connect. So thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and if you'd like to comment, that would be lovely. So I did press the record button, so I'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye.